Everybody enjoy their nice long weekend?
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so no matter, it must have been a good weekend. So I am flattered that some of you think I know what we're going to do over the next 3 days, but I assure you I don't have that kind of power. You're talking to the wrong person. All I do is go out and drive roads and give my opinion.
Yeah.
We are going to visit with, I'm going to visit with some folks today. We'll figure out what's going on. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. As soon as I get the we're done, you guys get that text message within minutes of me getting that notification. So
As long as it's tonight.
again, I don't pull that kind of power, but we do notify you guys. As soon as I hear, I send out the text message. Last week, you guys, I've updated my phone. You guys should have all, everybody that told me I did not have your number in my phone, that you didn't get the last notification, I updated my phone. If you did not get notifications last week from me, and you would like them from me, usually I get them by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. You guys will have your emails as soon as 5 o'clock. What is it, 5:30 they send that out? So if you want to wait for that notification, I don't care how you get it. If you want it from me, huh?
4:30 is fine with me.
If you want it from me, I give it out as soon as I get notification. Then let me know if you did not get that message, and I'll get you into my phone. Real quick before we get started. Oh man, Chris, what is okay? A huge thank you to Mays High, Complete High, and ECC for providing breakfast this morning. Thank you. And I think they might want to come on up.
All right, guys, I'm Aaron Leitner. I'm the principal at Complete. Before that, I was an administrator and athletic director at Mays High School. So at Complete, I know some of you guys, we have kids kind of going all over the place for WSU Tech, and a lot of our students there don't drive, even when they're older. And thank you very much for getting them to some of those kind of career interest type things that they do. It's, for a lot of them, this is their way out, and you guys provide that for them. And then I know from being at Mays High, just the volume of driving and scheduling that's involved in getting our teams everywhere they go. And so I kind of have been in these two unique situations, and I get to see just how much you all do. And I want to tell you all thank you. And on behalf of Dr. Botts at Mays High, he's not feeling well this morning. He's battling. Those of you that know him, 3 years into his cancer fight. And so every day is kind of hit and miss, but he would echo the same thing. So from Dr. Botts, myself, and Dee Dee at ECC, thank you very much, and enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you. I'm looking for the surfboard. All right, if you have not got a piece of pizza, oh, are we on our last box already? A couple boxes, good deal. Go ahead and make sure you go get some if you haven't had breakfast. And thank you guys for bringing that. We sure appreciate you.
I'm just glad I could eat it. You brought vegetarian.
Anyway, February. Lots of birthdays. We're already almost over with the month. Today's a safety meeting. Did somebody count this out? Where's Caitlin or somebody? Did you actually count these out? Is this right?
I think so.
59 days of school left. That's all we got. 59 school days left. Or how is that you always said that, Shannon? 59 wake-ups or something?
Yeah,
59 get-ups. Renwick. A day late and $1 short. They don't have school Thursday and Friday of this week. If you are driving for somebody other than Mays, make sure you check your school's calendar, like Renwick, WSU, that sort of thing. God bless you. Make sure that you know, if we cancel school for Mays, if Mays calls tomorrow and says we're not having school because of inclement weather, no vehicles run. Activity buses, you're another story, because sometimes if you run in the afternoon and they can get roads cleared or whatever, the biggest thing with activity runs is you don't have kids waiting in the cold for a bus for 10 to 20 minutes. You drive to the school, they all load at one time, they're going from a warm building to a warm bus, and then, you know, that's a little different for you guys. It's a different beast. Wind chills are going to be a huge factor over decision making over the next couple of days. snow potentially, but if Mays cancels school, no matter what you drive, other than activities, you're not running. So WSU is called. If you drive for Renwick, it's done. If you drive for Wichita, it doesn't matter. It doesn't run. If it's not good enough for Mays, it's not good enough for any of our buses to be out. It's not safe enough for any of you, other than activities. So, go over the rest of that.
How many snow days are left?
1 and a couple hours. We got 1 snow day and a couple hours left. So.
What crazy things happening this year, it seems like? What if they exceed what?
Yep, a good question. If we go beyond what hours were allowed, February 20-something, we have a scheduled in-service day. Yeah, they could potentially, I don't know the answer to that for sure, but they could potentially take that away, and we would be scheduled to come to school that day instead of having it off. They could potentially take the 30-minute early release on Wednesdays away, and you go a full day. That gives us 30 minutes every week. They could add 5 minutes on to the end of everybody's day, so that would make the kids stay 5 minutes. You guys wouldn't see that difference because we know how that works. Yeah, you're waiting out there anyway. So there's a lot of different options that they could do. If it gets really extreme, they can cut into spring break. We have an entire week off for spring break. Hopefully that's not the case, but I mean, it is what it is. So those are some of the potential options. We'll have to discuss that once. And there's already discussion on that already. What the potential could be for that. They're already ahead of that. They're working on that right now. So I don't know what the answer to that is, but those are some potentials.
How many paid snow days do we get?
As many as we take.
Okay.
So if we go beyond our snow days that are allotted for the school year, if we're allotted 5 and we end up taking 8, you're getting paid for 8.
Okay.
So you're getting paid for whatever we take off, because it's not our fault the weather goes bad.
Right.
So, good question.
This is the heaviest year we've had since I've been driving.
Sorry.
This is the wettest and snowiest year since I've been driving.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. It's because Darren keeps saying he hates winter, and he keeps threatening her, and it's his fault. All right, birthdays next month. We got our safety meeting is on the 14th. It's before we go out on spring break, so keep that in mind. Final Fridays. Okay, before we go into this, what was I gonna do? I don't remember, I'll come back to it. I've had too many days off. All right, driver of the month is Miss Dana. Where's she at? Where did she go? Dana, where are you? We had lots and lots and lots of nominations for Miss Dana. I don't know if you guys all know Miss Rosa. Do you mind if I share? Miss Rosa had emergency surgery last week, appendix. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, sorry. 2 weeks ago now. She was staying by herself, and I don't want you guys all to run to Dana if you're by yourselves, because that's just not going to happen. Okay, don't call Dana. But Dana took Roseanne and helped her over 2 weeks. Which was super sweet, something that is way beyond what her contract told her she had to do. But Dana's also got a lot of requests because she is super friendly. She loves to help people out. She takes on a lot of our new SPED staff, our paras and drivers, and lets them ride with her, teaches her all. She's got many, 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 many years of experience. Gosh, how long has she been here? Kim?
32.
32 years she's been here, so tons of experience. So she's a great employee, she's a great friend, and so she was very deserving of this one. So congratulations to you. And then our para of the month, Becky Nickel. Becky, please stand up. Come on, stand up. She's not bashful, trust you me. They had an issue on the bus a couple weeks ago. You guys probably all heard it on the radio. She went above and beyond to help protect her driver, protect that student. Things got a little crazy on the bus. Becky pulled some tricks out of her bag that are not taught to our staff. As far as helping, she took her jacket and wrapped up the student's hands and tried to talk to her and calm her down. And that was not taught to our paras, but it was phenomenal. I mean, I wish you guys could see the video, but she did a really, really good job of trying to talk everybody down, trying to take care of our driver who had gotten injured. She just went above and beyond, and she never cussed or yelled or said anything bad, and she just kept her calm and kept telling everybody it was going to be okay, and so great job. And then Tony, I think I'll let you have it, and maybe I'll remember what I was going to say.
Hello. Good morning. I don't have a lot of stuff, guys, so it'll be quick. All right, let me start. In 1967, I was born. All right, guys, van drivers, make sure that obviously you're wearing a seatbelt. Make sure your kids are wearing seatbelts on the bus. It's been coming up lately. I don't know why. We've had people that don't work for us. They've brought up that they're seeing kids without seatbelts on in the vans. So please make sure your kids are wearing seatbelts. Get it? Got it? Good. Drivers, Paris, stay off your phones. Off your phones. Off your phones. Don't let your phone be a distraction, okay? When you don't have kids on the bus, Paris, you can use your phones. I don't care. If you have kids on your bus, the minute a kid steps on your bus, put your phones away, turn them off, put them in your pocket. I don't care what you're doing, just don't be looking at them, don't be answering them, unless it's an emergency. If you get a call from somebody here in management, they call you once, you look at the phone like, it must be something important, you don't answer. If we turn around and call right back, I mean, that's the MO that I've been using. If I turn around and call you right back, pull over, because it's something important that I don't want to talk about on the radio to everybody else, okay? So if you get something like that, call me. Everybody keep recruiting employees, paras, CDL drivers, minibus drivers. You guys are doing awesome, okay? We have new employees here. Where you at? Stand up. 1, 2. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Go ahead, start here. Casey's daughter's working with us now. You guys be nice. Help her out, okay?
I'm Joe.
Joe, she's working with us. Be nice, guys. Anybody else? Where's Mike? Is he here? There's one more. Mike Latimer. He'll be here. Mike Latimer. He'll be here. He was in orientation today, I hope so, this morning. Yeah. So, he'll be here. He's a CDL driver. So you guys be nice, and I'll say it again. If you like them, I hired them. If you don't like them, it wasn't me. Don't you guys decide that. Guys, and I know I sound like a broken record every time I come up here. Take care of your mechanics. Take care of them. You guys don't know we have these snow days. Guess what? They're here. They're here. You know, some of us management have to be here. They're here and they're working on stuff like crazy, trying to get stuff so you guys have a good bus all the time. So thank them. Please, please, please take care of those guys. All right, enough of that stuff. So we're going to talk about something here called the code red. You know, in light of what happened with on the bus a couple of weeks ago where the driver was attacked, you know, we decided to sit down and put some stuff together so everybody's clear on what we're supposed to do, okay? So if a driver calls a code red, all right, if you guys hear code red on the radio, Tony D says code red. So we're going to define code red. It's an emergency radio call. Somebody's asking for assistance. Everybody, you know, well, let me go down the line here so we make sure we don't miss anything. If you call for a code red, you're asking for a manager to come out. You want a manager on scene right away, as fast as we can get there. Somebody will come out, okay? It'll probably be me. If I'm here, I'm going out there. Chris will be here managing. If he's here, he'll be managing the phone calls. So we have to call 911. We got to call the schools, the parents. Somebody here will take care of that, okay? Somebody will be going towards you. We're going to define code red as anything, you know, a continuous attack on staff, on students, traffic accidents that involve our vehicles. Guys, call. If you call code red, I promise you come out. And I'm not saying I'm going to go out there because, you know, I'm better at taking care of a situation than you guys. No, but I'm trying to layer it and protect you guys, okay? Let me deal with it. Let me deal with the courts and the attorneys and the judges and having to testify. I can do that stuff for you, and just let me take care of that stuff for you guys. It's one less thing you have to worry about. Super important, if you have to call 911, that's gonna be on you guys, okay? If you're like, Code Red, I need someone out here, and when you start talking Code Red, you can talk in plain language. Tony, I need you here now. It will be up to you guys, since you're on the scene, you know what's going on, it'll be up to you guys to call 911 if you need 911. Make sense? Right? Okay? Nobody's gonna fault you. I'm not gonna get the, God, what'd you call 911 for? Nobody's gonna fault you for doing what you think is the right thing to do, okay? So that's basically what will happen on the Code Red is we'll come out, as I explained, Chris or somebody here in the office will take care of the rest of the stuff. As employees, what should you do if somebody else calls a Code Red? You're driving down the road, you got your kids.
Stay off the radio.
Thank you. So Tony calls a Code Red, stay off your freaking radios. I mean it, guys. I mean, I don't care that, Jimmy's mom is not there to pick him up. Wait. This is way more important. So imagine, I know everybody thinks they're super important, you are, but imagine Tony's got an emergency and you're like, well, I need my kid off the bus. So imagine now turn it around, if it's you that needs the emergency and Tony's like, I don't care. I need my kid off this bus. And you're trying to talk to me and I'm trying to talk to you and we can't get through, right? So if you hear a Code Red, stay off. I appreciate, like this last one, on this emergency when I was heading out. Deborah, you here? Bus 6? Okay. So she volunteered, like, hey, I'm close by. Do you want me to stop there? And I'm like, no. And not because I don't want you guys to help, but I'm trying to protect here, layer here, so you guys don't have to go do something it's really cool when you're helping then. When the legal stuff comes around, it's not cool. It's tough. So what I was trying to do is try to protect. So then I get there and I told them, don't worry about it, I'm almost there. And I get there and she's there, right? So it's okay because I know people are trying to help, but be conscious of that. If we don't ask for help, don't go there. Don't show up there because it'll just add more problems to you guys, okay? If we need help, I'll call you. Who's in this area? I need you guys here now. We might need another bus to take the kids, right? So if you're in an emergency, be conscious where you're at. So, is Sindel here? Sindel usually sits over here. Man, nobody's here. Okay, so Sindel had a pretty good accident last year, and we were heading out there, and she was very smart. It was in the middle of Mays Road, Mays and 37th, I think it was. A lot of traffic. She kept her kids on the bus. Didn't matter that cars couldn't get around. It doesn't matter. Keep your kids safe. That's another reason why, as a manager, go out there and help out. Man, if there's an emergency, keep your kids safe. Number one thing, keep your kids safe, okay? So, if something like that happens where you're being attacked on the bus, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Nobody's gonna fault you for defending yourself. Now, if a kid punches you and you hold him down and punch him 300 times, no, don't do that. But defend yourself, guys. Nobody's gonna fault you for defending yourself. Don't be ultra aggressive, but defend yourself. It's okay, you can do that. All right?
Do you say we can do that even with sped kids?
If they're beating up on you, yes, defend yourself. It's okay. Okay? So, you guys have training on what you can. Now, if it's a normal situation, the kid's always aggressive, or he's always swinging, or he's always pinching. We got kids that are awesome at pinching, right? That hurts. Don't say, well, Tony's saying to film myself with pow, punch this kid in the nose. No, we're not doing that. So if it's a normal thing that his kids are always, aggressive towards you, you guys know that. You guys know which ones they are. Protect yourself from those kids, right? But if it's something the kid's out of hand and it's really bad, please defend yourself. It's okay. We'll back it here, okay? Now, if you go overboard, it's going to be tough to back, but defend yourself. It's okay, all right?
Tony, what's the protocol for clearing a Code Red?
I'll clear it. The manager will clear it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That's one of the things here. Once it's all said and done, the manager will say, hey, we're back to normal. We're back to normal, okay? So if it comes to normal, if a driver calls a Code Red and I'm heading out there or somebody else is heading out there, and then you say, hey, it's okay, we got it under control, I'm probably still coming out, right? And I'm probably gonna tell you, you know what, hang on, let me get there, let me see what's going on. Because you never know if another kid on the bus calls a parent or something, and something else is going on, so it'd be better just to, once it's called, let's get it and let the manager clear it. Again, I'm not saying it, hey, I got more experience, I'm better than everybody else, it's just layers of protection, okay, for you guys, all right? All right, so,
Tony.
The driver can't come from you.
it's gotta come from the manager, please. Not, again, not saying better than anybody else, but yes. Sir,
Okay, code red, we stay up to radio.
Yes.
What second bus has another code red issue at the same time? Do we still call it in? And you guys
yeah,
decide?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
all right? Yeah, code red, if you got a code red, call it in.
Tony. Are we still using those 3 levels of gun, knife, and fight?
So, Joy and I were just talking about that this morning, so there is, when we get to that point, if you're calling a code red, I'm probably gonna be on the phone with you. By that time, all the rules about phones and stuff, they're off, because I'll be calling you. If it's something that I don't wanna talk on the radio with you guys, you'll be hearing from me. And you can tell me straight out. And if you don't answer, then I know something serious going on. If you have to on the radio, it's that dire of a situation, you call a code red, all right, I'm on my way out. I'm on my way to your location right now. If it comes to a situation that you have to say, hey, they got a gun or they got a, again, speak in plain language, it's okay, right? Everybody's gonna hear it, but that's okay. The number one priority is safety. We gotta keep everybody safe. It doesn't matter, you know? If I hear a cuss word come out once, it's okay, one. I get it. But I don't wanna hear the whole conversation about that, so.
Still prefer we use the code, right? You said.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
don't need to
yes.
say again.
Right. Yep. Prefer the code, if not, then shout it out. It's okay. So, any more questions on code red, anybody? No? No? All right. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. 2 things. So I'm super ultra proud of my cousin in California. He's been inducted to the Athletic Hall of Fame for his high school. Pretty big deal in California, so that's a big, big deal. The second thing is this weekend, I will be on a podcast for They Hunted Me Down and They Found Me. For it's true crime stuff from my past, okay?
Also, he's.
So it won't air for a while, and I'll let you guys know if you want to hear how goofy I sound. But the reason I bring it up is, that's going to be on Saturday. And I bring it up so, because if you're not nice to me this week, I will mention you by name. And you will be memorialized forever. No, it won't be live, so I get to redact stuff, because I'm sure I'm going to say something stupid. And I'll get to redact stuff that I'm not supposed to say or allowed to say. I'll let you guys know when it comes up. All right? Anything else? Good?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I did. So, I mean, I know, like you said, that may be a stupid question, but some people need to hear it. So, like, when he says defend yourself, if somebody said, that just means, like, grab their hands, restrain them, use our proper restraint method. That doesn't mean well off and hit somebody in the face.
Correct. Don't attack them
Or,
back.
you know, like, yeah, don't attack them back, just defend yourself, hold them down, do whatever you can to restrain them from hurting you anymore until somebody gets there.
Yep, exactly. Good call.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say something. Because I knew somebody would be like, wham, but you told me!
Yes, I.
All right, I don't think I got it in here. Safety evacuations, we're gonna try and do those the week before spring break. So if you don't know how to do evacuations, you've never done evacuations, you're nervous about evacuations, get with one of our trainers. Let them help you with it before we get to that point. But our goal is to get them done before spring break. So we'll probably shoot for Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't even talked to my team about this because I just thought of it this morning. But we'll try for Tuesday, Wednesday, and depending on whether that gives us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I never want to do it on Monday because it never fails. About half a dozen of you go, oh, I forgot. And then we have to do it a third day anyway. So we'll do it probably the Tuesday, Wednesday before break if the weather allows. Snow days. If we cancel, if we call it a snow day, if you're already on your way to work, turn around and go home. don't come in. When we call snow days, 9 times out of 10, the maintenance guys are out here plowing our lot. And if you're out there with your car, your spot's the only one not gonna get plowed or you're gonna get buried in it. So just stay out of the lot. If they call a snow day, unless you have to be here for some reason, we even tell our lot crew, don't come in until after lunch. That gives them time to get through our lot and get it cleaned up. So if we call it, just turn around and go home. Don't even bother coming in. We're gonna pay you for 8 hours anyway. The 20-minute drive is not gonna kill you to go back, okay? All right, that's what I had there. Anything else before we move on?
Okay.
Of course.
I didn't sign my time card for last week. Do we need to sign it? Or-
Yes. Your snow day will get added to your time card regardless of whether you go ahead and submit it or not. So you can submit it, they'll add it. Is that correct, Chris? Where'd Chris go?
Yeah, it was on there, I submitted it.
Okay, it should be on there, but they've got, I don't know how many employees, we got 20-something hundred of us throughout the whole district they gotta take care of, so, but they'll take care of it on that side. Good question. All right. The board did approve the next 2 years worth of district calendars. This is on the board docs online. 25, 26, and 26, 27 have all been approved, so you guys can start planning your stuff around what, I don't know why
Yeah,
that.
what's the first day of school? August
It's
what?
covering it. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, for crying out loud. It's covered. I don't know what the deal is. It's, what's it say here?
August 18th.
Start 18th of August. So the 18th through the 20th, they'll stagger start just like they always do. But we start on the 18th. So, and then our last day,
23rd.
thank you,
21st.
21st, because 22nd there's no school, yeah.
You got a stretcher right here.
Yes, ma'am.
We probably start a week early.
Next year. So we have the start date for school. When do we get our routes? Remind me how.
Typically 1 week prior to the school start. So a full, if we start school on the, what did I say? The 18th, we'll have our meeting on 7 days prior. Good question. Yes, ma'am.
I just have a quick suggestion. I don't have any kiddos that do this on my sped route, but I just think it might be a good idea for the ones that do. I know that there's some kids on the sped routes that have the oral fixation and they like their chewies, but the thing I noticed being on those buses is a lot of times those kids will drop those. And the floor of that bus is not going to be clean, we know that. So I was just suggesting maybe having, they're called pacifier wipes. Or something like that, just to clean them if they drop them.
Okay.
Because I noticed like, there's nothing to clean them up.
Okay. No problem. Yes, ma'am.
Are we at, or have we talked about if we can use some of our funds that we've earned for our breaks?
No, you cannot. As of right now, no. Good question. The board has not approved, like over spring break and Christmas break, if you have PTO, you cannot use that to apply towards those breaks. We're trying to convince them that that's a great idea, but they're not convinced just yet. So good question. Can't use that for that. Not yet.
Hey Kathy.
Yes.
We were told they weren't gonna supply wipes anymore and that we had to bring our own, so I've just been bringing my own. I
Okay.
bring my own,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me talk with Joy, but I think that's kind of the way that's been, but let me talk to Joy.
Yeah.
Summer school, I know that it seems crazy to talk about that already, but we're, what did it say, 50-some days from the end of school? So if you are thinking that you might like something to do over the summer, the school does hire summer help, painting, cleaning classrooms, they've got everything. They take tons and tons of help. We'll staff a small crew here to run summer school. They are gonna do summer school again this year. So if you're interested in that, we talk about it at every meeting, just let me know. But like I said, it's a very small crew that we usually use here. We only have 5, 6, 7 buses maybe that run during the summer, so. All right, this one I bring up every year. This is a slide I have in there every single year. I think this was 3 or 4 years ago. This was put out on Facebook. A mom posted it. My son's a first grader at Mace Central. He made a very close friend on his bus that is not in his class. He wants a play date with his new friend. He gave his friend a note with my phone number on it to give to his mom, but they're first graders, so it probably didn't reach her. If you have a first grader boy at Mays Central named Wyatt who loves Pokemon and has a friend on the bus named Rice, my son, please DM me. My son would love and is begging for a play date. Now, what mom posts on Facebook, that's her call. If she wants to put this out there, that's fine. But in the comments, can you give a note to the bus driver? Maybe call the bus driver. I hope they can connect for a play date, blah, blah, blah. If a mom calls you and says, my little Tommy wants to play with Rice who's on the bus, can you give me mom's phone number? What are you going to tell mom? No. No. At no point in time, I have goosebumps. At no point in time can you ever give a parent another student's information of any sort whatsoever. Is this adorable? Yes. Can we do it? No. Absolutely not. You do not give information out about other kids. Call control? Who said that? No. If they want to exchange phone numbers on the bus between the kids, moms can put backpacks, notes in the backpacks. You leave it up to the first graders. We are not getting involved in that. Do not get us involved in that. That's a legal issue that we are not going to be able to dig you out of. So don't get involved in that. That is information you can't share to anyone. Snow day's coming up. This one, again, I've had in there a couple of years. This was a couple of years ago. One of the mechanics sent me this picture. If only they'd use the clamps on the door instead of leaving them on the mirrors. So tonight, when you leave, please put your clamp on the door, because you all know as well as I do, the wind, if it howls, and it will, can pop your doors open. And not only do you get your bus full of snow, but when that snow melts, you have now incorporated all that water onto your instrument panels, down into the dash. Yes, sir.
Somebody gave me the bag to go over my turnaround mirror, and one of them's gone. I was wondering if I get some more, because it worked pretty good, because I don't have any heat on any of my mirrors.
Do you have those, Chris? Who has those bags? Yeah? Shannon has the bags? There we go. Shannon's got them in her hand right there.
It worked pretty good, and it saves me the time of having to scrape them. I appreciate it.
We have trash bags. We're going to get trash bags. This one on the clamps. Every bus door that's not electronic on a minibus should have it. Okay, because we don't, on minibuses, we don't use the emergency air relief to keep the doors where you can flop them open. If you've got the manual door open, it's got a little latch that keeps it from shutting all the way. Well, in theory, that holds it up there, but they'll pop open. So every bus should have a clamp. I have more than enough clamps. If you have problems with your hands, like I have, some arthritis in my hands, sometimes it gets a little hard. We can get different kinds to make it easier to close. But for this, think about this. I don't know if you guys ever seen the dash on a big bus out. All this right here underneath is open. There's a real thin sheet metal and wires and the vents for the air. Other than that, it just sits. So that water, when it melts, where is it going to go? In there. What is it going to create? Mold. We've seen it with the mice. They get in there and make those like the buses around the parking lot. We're moving enough, but you got to clamp the doors, guys. Because this can ruin the dash, all the electronics, water and electronics don't mix. So clamp your doors. You need